it's Simply Obsessed. Welcome to my channel and welcome to today's video. Today I have a speed build for you, and this speed build is unlike any other that I've ever shared on this channel because it's a wedding venue. I've never done a wedding build on this channel before. The closest I've ever come to a wedding build was the backyard wedding for my Best Legacy LP series. For those of you who are familiar with that series, when Olivia and Paulo got married, I designed their whole backyard wedding, and I loved it so much that I decided to try to recreate that, but go to the extreme and create an actual wedding venue inspired by all the flowers and the candles that I used in that backyard venue, that backyard wedding situation that I created. So that's pretty much what inspired today's build. This wedding lot is called Love in Full Bloom. I call it that because there are a crap ton of flowers. Yeah, there are flowers everywhere. There's rose bushes along the fencing, the archway, the entryway has roses, there's flowers everywhere. I think that's what makes this build so expensive. This little lot comes in at just over 100,000 simoleons, and I honestly think that's because of all the flowers. So yeah, I just really wanted to create something that was really dramatic, really over the top, had lots of flowers and candles, and just had a really romantic vibe. This lot is perfect for your springtime or your summertime wedding. It's the perfect outdoor venue, and I am so proud of this build because it took me a really long time to do this. I think it took me about 8 hours to build this lot. Now, I didn't do it all at once. It took me about a week to finish this, but it took me about maybe 8 to 10 hours total, and that's because I wanted everything to be perfect. I wanted this to be super romantic and over the top and just have flowers everywhere, and I wanted there to be fountains, and yeah, I just wanted this build to be super perfect. So I took my time, I paid attention to every little detail, and I'm really proud of this build because I usually build houses or room builds. I don't really stray too far from things like that. I don't really build public lots, public venues very often, so I was really hard on myself, and I really wanted this to turn out right. If you guys want to add this lot to your gameplay, just look in the description box below. There you'll find a link that will take you directly to Love in Full Bloom's gallery posting. I highly recommend enabling the move objects on cheat because yeah, I'm not sure if anything will go wrong if you don't enable it, but I know that I relied on that cheat very heavily throughout this build. So please make sure that you enable move objects on, just to make sure that everything looks the way it's supposed to and functions the way it's supposed to. I did go ahead and play test this lot, so everything functions perfectly. You can sit in every chair, you can have access to the bathroom, yeah, you can add your food and your drinks to the little tables. Yeah, so everybody can sit everywhere. Everything is pretty functional, not pretty functional, fully functional. I did go ahead and play test everything, but just please make sure that you enable move objects on because I relied on that cheat pretty heavily throughout this build. For Love in Full Bloom, I wanted to pay attention to lots of little details. So in the entryway, once you walk on to this lot, you'll find a little table that has a candle and an open notebook, and there's a little sign there. I like to imagine that that is the little welcome sign that says welcome to the wedding of so and so and so and so, and that little book is what you signed to show that you were there, so that we can get your thank you cards. You can write a little love note, you know, a little sweet little note to the happy couple, something like that. So I placed that in the entryway. I did that because the last wedding that I went to a couple months ago, I went to a wedding. When was that wedding? I went to a wedding in October. So yeah, when I went to that wedding, they had a little setup like that. Once you walked in, they had the little sign that said welcome to the wedding of so and so and so and so, and then they had like a little book where you could write them a little note and sign your name as a way to give them a little love note and let them know that you were there in attendance, so that way they could mail you a thank you card. So I used that for this build. For the wedding arch, I wanted something really dramatic, so I decided to place a waterfall behind it. I tested the wedding arch, it's fully functional. I got the idea for having a waterfall behind the wedding arch from an old build I did. I did a luxurious spa bathroom, and I had a waterfall over the sink, and I just wanted to try to recreate that whole look with this build, so I decided to stick the waterfall behind the wedding arch. And this speed build is going pretty fast. I had to cut out a lot of footage because it did take me about 10 hours to do this, and a lot of it was me going back and forth trying to decide what I wanted to use. So this is going a lot faster than I thought. For this area right here, the seating area, I created a sweethearts table under the 2 hearts, and I added some flowers to that wall. I thought that looks really pretty. If I ever get married, I really would love to use something like that as a backdrop for my sweethearts table because I really love that idea. Another detail that I added to this build, a little detail, I added a gift table. So to the right of the sweethearts table near the bathroom, I hate that it's by the bathroom, but I really had no choice because I had to add a bathroom, but I think it works out perfectly. But right by the bathroom to the right is a gift table, so I added stacks of gifts, and there's a little card box there, so you can imagine your Sims putting their little envelope in the little card box so the happy couple can read their cards and get the simoleons that you gave them as a gift. I thought that was a nice touch. For the seating, it took me a minute to figure out how to add enough seating for everyone. I wanted everyone to be able to sit down in every chair. I didn't want anybody's Sims waving their hands in the air talking about how they can't get over there. So I did struggle a little bit with the seating arrangements, but in the end it all worked out. I love this build. I'm really proud of it. It took me forever. I was seeing these flowers in my dreams, but I really love the way this build turned out, and I hope that you guys do as well. If you have any build suggestions, please leave them as a comment below, and I will definitely try to add them to my to-do list if I feel pretty confident about it. I do want to step out of my comfort zone and do more public lots like this because, like I said, I usually just stick with houses or apartment renovations and do a room build here and there, but I want to step out of my comfort zone and try new things. I want to try more wedding venues. I have an idea for a vampires wedding venue that I want to try out. I'm going to try to stick with the same layout just so that way I have an idea of how I want everything positioned. I might change it, I don't know, but I think I'm going to create a vampire wedding venue using the same layout, but it's going to look totally different. But I think sticking with this layout just makes it a lot easier on myself, so that way I'm not taking a week 12 hours to build it. Here you can see them adding some landscaping. Landscaping took a really long time. There are flowers upon flowers upon flowers. I cut out a lot of the landscaping, little bits and pieces that you guys really didn't need to see because it was very repetitive and it was kind of boring, and you just don't want to see me place flowers. I really wanted this speed build to show the whole process without cutting out too much, but I did have to cut out a lot of flower placing. And if you notice a Sim sitting at a table, that is Mr. Bob Pancakes. I used him as my tester Sim, so this build is Bob Pancakes approved. It's been play tested, everything works. I just love using him as my little play tester Sim. I had a Sim named Bob the Builder. He died not too long ago while I was testing out a build. I was testing a tiny living build. I don't think I'm going to share that with you guys because I wasn't in love with the way it turned out, but I was testing the Murphy bed and then he just got squished to death, so I was just like, you know what, I'm so over it, let me just find somebody else to use real quick because the Grim Reaper took him away. It was just a big mess, but Bob Pancakes has tested this build and it is Bob Pancakes approved. I hope that you guys like this build. If you are enjoying this build, please give it a big old thumbs up, and if you're new here, please subscribe to this channel for my future videos. I'm going to be doing more builds and I have let's plays and all that good stuff. I have a lot more content coming to this channel, and wow, just like that we are approaching the pictures of this lot. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Please give it a big old thumbs up if you did. Share it with your friends if you think they might like it as well. If you want to add a Love and Full Moon bloom. Boom. If you want to add love in full bloom to your gameplay, just check out the description box below. You'll find a link that'll take you directly to its gallery posting. And yeah, I love you all. You all are amazing. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and checking out today's video. I cannot wait to talk to you beautiful beings in my next video. And there's a lot going on in the world right now. I just want to put this out there. I've been saying this at the end of every video, but I'm saying it again because I really mean it. I hope you guys are safe and sound and in good health and good spirits. I hope that you guys take care of yourself and do what you need to do to just feel good. I know the world's a little scary right now, but do what you need to do to just feel good. And if that means playing The Sims for 20 hours straight, do that. If that means dancing crazy with the radio turned up, do that. But just take a moment to take care of yourself and check in on those that you care about and make sure that they are okay as well. And yeah, I love you beautiful beings, and I will talk to you in my next video. Bye guys.